Hey guys, Steven here from Airsoft Tech, and today I'm bringing you guys another video review. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Bravo Full Metal RDW Rapid Deployment Weapon, which I got from evike.com. And if you're interested in purchasing this gun after the review, I'll put a link in the description where you could buy it for around $205. It retails for $230, but Evike sells it for $205, so I think it's a great steal, and I would highly recommend this gun. And to start the review, I want to show you what the box looks like and what comes in the box when you buy the gun. Alright guys, so this is the box. It's not too flashy. It just says RDW Rapid Deployment Weapon in the middle with a big logo, and on the top left hand corner it says Bravo. On the bottom left hand corner it says Made in China, and on the right bottom corner it just says Enhanced Top-Up System and Electric Powered AEG. So nothing fancy at all. But now why don't we take a look at what comes in the box when you buy it. First off, you'll get two 110 to 120 round mid-cap magazines, which are plastic. You will get a 90 to 120 round speed loader for your magazines. You will get a cleaning / unjamming rod for your barrel. You will get a clip-on sling mount where you could put it on the gun in 3 different spots, which I will point out in the review. You will get a barrel extension. You will also get a little replaceable piece for your fire selector switch. You will get a charger for your battery that they give you. You will also get your Bravo RDW Rapid Deployment Weapon manual. It's a pretty good manual. It's not one of those cheap ones. It tells you how to properly use your PQ box, some specs of the gun, fire selector switch, parts of the gun, how to feed your magazine properly and whatnot, the hop-up system, troubleshooting problems and how to fix them, solutions, how to clean your gun properly with the cleaning / unjamming rod, and then also the how to use the folding stock, and then also just a little bit more on the hop-up system. So that's pretty much it. Very nice manual in my opinion. So now, why don't we go to the last 2 items that come with the gun when you buy it. Alright guys, so the last 2 items that come with the gun when you buy it, I have already attached them on my gun, and I really don't feel like taking them off. But anyways, the first item out of the 2 is your battery, which is a 9.6 volt battery PQ box that you just mount onto a side rail or any rail that you want, which I have done. And I just attach it, and I just put the wires down at the bottom, and I just hide them. And it's not that big of a deal. I don't really mind having wires shown, but some people don't like it. But hey, it's not the end of the world. But anyways, the other item is a plastic screw-on foregrip, which is really nice of them to include, because with this PEQ box up there, it does get heavy, and this really does help support the gun. So it's really nice of them to include that. But now, anyways guys, those are all the items that come with the gun. So now why don't we get into the full review. Alright guys, so now on to the full review. I want to point out 2 quick things though before I start. The red dot sight that I have attached on did not come with the gun, as well as the silencer. It did not come with the gun. But if you like the look of them, I will put links in the description for them as well, so you can buy them. I'll probably do reviews for both of them, but for right now, let's review the Bravo RDW. But anyways, starting with the front of the gun, you will get your orange plastic flash hider, which I've taken off. But I will say that the flash hider is really hard to take off. So I pretty much just wrenched mine off and whatnot. As you can see, all the broken pieces. But I will say, before you wrench it off, you must take out that little Allen wrench screw. So before you do anything, make sure you unscrew that, and then you can do whatever you want. But be careful with the threads. I was really careful, even though I was just wrenching it off. Nothing went wrong with the threads, so I was lucky about that. But I got it off, and the silencer looks great on it. But anyways, you do have your outer barrel, and you can put on the extended barrel, but I have noticed that this is really in there, and I cannot take it off. I use pliers with a towel, and I honestly can't take it out. It is so stuck in there, and I don't know what they did, but I don't think they want you to take it off, because that is like impossible to take out. But if you guys have any way to take it out, feel free to comment and you can put this one on. But for right now, I really don't care. It looks fine. The silencer, the whole thing looks great, so it's not that big of a problem. But anyways, moving on, you do have rails, not on the PEQ box. You do have rails on that, but that's not what I'm talking about. You have rails all underneath the PEQ box, on the bottom, the other side, as well as the top. And so the PEQ box, you just mount onto a rail, and you have wires hanging out. And I do it on the bottom, and I connect them, and I just put them under the PEQ box and kind of under the foregrip, so they stay just like that. So now all that's visible is a little bit of the connectors, but I think it looks awesome. I think it looks teched out, so I have no problem with wires being with wires showing or anything like that. But anyways, if you lift this piece off, I can't because the wires are bent, but if you lift this off, you can see your 9.6 volt battery in there. And I have to say, guys, the rate of fire on this thing, in my opinion, is absolutely fantastic. But anyways, moving on, you do have your full metal upper and lower receivers. One thing I do have to say, though, I don't know why they have this big gap between the two. That's just how they made it. In my opinion, I think it looks a little weird, like it's not put together all the way. But that's just how they come. Not that big of a problem. Let me move the camera a little bit. But anyways, you do have rails all on the top. On the lower receiver, you have a really nice trademark. It has a nice logo, and then RDW, Rapid Deployment Weapon, and you have a whole lot of stuff going on the bottom. You do have 2 pins which you can push out, and you could or the back one is actually just for looks. It does nothing. You just have to push the front one out, and the upper receiver just slides off from the lower receiver. But anyways, you do have a mag release button on this side as well as the other side, which both work. You have a functioning bolt catch. You have a metal trigger and trigger guard. You have your fire selector switch, which is on safe. Move it up once. Semi. Move it one more time. Full auto. I will say, though, the fire selector switch does feel a little loose, but you can just take a little Allen wrench, and there's a little screw in there. You just tighten it up, and it should be much tighter, and you could fix the problem. And you can also use the fire selector switch on the other side. So both of these things are on both sides, which are pretty cool. But pretty much everything on this gun, guys, is metal. The only parts that aren't metal are the rubber pad on the foldable stock, the pistol grip, the plastic foregrip, and the orange flash hider, which I've taken off, so that's not a problem. But everything else is metal. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. It has a really nice weight to it. But anyways, the charging handle up here is metal as well, and I'll get into that and the bolt catch, the hop up, when I flip the gun over to the other side. But that's pretty much it for this side. Oh, actually, one more thing on this side. Let me just show you quickly one of the points where you could put the sling mount. You just push in the button, and it should go in pretty easily, just like that, and it's in there. It will not go anywhere. And then what you do is just push in, and it comes right out. And the other one, the other two, let me see if I have enough room. The other one is right there, right underneath the stock, and the other one is right there on the stock itself. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for this side of the gun. So now why don't we flip the other gun, flip the gun over and see what the other side has to offer. Alright guys, so now flipping the gun over to the other side. There really isn't that much to talk about, but I'll try and get through this quickly. This is the stock completely out, and all you have to do to fold it is push the button right there, and it should fold in like so, and you just push in and it locks in right there. And it's not hard to take out at all. Just go like so, push a little bit, snaps right into place, just like that. And this is the other fire selector switch and mag release button I was talking about. So the fire selector switch, that, and that, and the mag release button. And now for the sights on this gun, don't pay attention to that because that does not come with the gun. It does have a flip up rear sight, which is metal, and it does have a knob for so you can adjust it. And you do have a metal front sight, which cannot be adjusted, unfortunately, but that is what the front sight looks like. Let me try and focus it. There you go. So just like that. And the rear sight, let me try and focus it, just like that. So, and this is the charging handle. It doesn't look like the normal M4 charging handles, but all you do is you pull back, it stays, your hop-up is revealed. It is a clear plastic hop-up, which isn't one of my favorites on the gun, but you can always switch it out. And all you do is push this, the bolt catch, and it slides back. So very nice. And you do have more trademarks on the other side. RDW, rapid deployment weapon, in really small writing. And then you just have RDW cal 6x6mm, and then all of the other writing. And this, if you didn't see the first part of the section of this video, is this is where your stock clicks into place. So there it is right there, just like that. So that's how it works. Don't worry, the trigger is not blocked or anything like that, so you can take it out, click it back into place. So that's pretty much it on this side of the gun. These are the rails I was talking about. Those, the bottom, the top, and under the PEQ box. So that's pretty much it for the review of this video. So now why don't we go outside and see how this gun performs. So let's go test it out.